There we go.
Mm-hmm.
You like the rope?
I like it very much. I would like it connected. It is open.
Closed.
And it is closed.
Your hook.
Suitable traffic, that's going to be Kilo, lighting up runway 08, hook line hook up.
Mine is closed and latched. Now if you can push the right one in.
Put your knuckles up and push up here. Up here. Make sure it's coiled down.
Yeah, mine's latched. Mine is also latched.
Air brakes.
They're closed and locked.
Suitable traffic, nothing for Kilo, rolling for takeoff, runway 08 with flight intro.
Okay, see where we're positioned. I'm going to have to move over a little bit to the left when we're rolling. Here we go. Much smoother once you're in the air.
Oh, yes.
So I can sense there's a little bit of instability in the air, which means we may get some thermals that develop. If we have thermals that develop, we can actually stay up a little longer.
Okay.
Yeah. But it also means the ride may get to be a little less smooth. It's still pretty smooth though. I don't think we're going to get anything. See that upper cloud up above us now? That's what's going to kill it. The lift. Not us, the lift.
Or this one.
Well, it's that model cloud that's up above us. The sun is coming through. It's diffusing the sun. So that's not going to allow the necessary heating we need in order to develop thermals. It's fairly clear. You can kind of see the Adirondacks up ahead. We're not high enough to see the St. Lawrence yet. And we're not high enough to see Kempsville. Airfield. To our right. We have safe weight in the glider, but I think I might have wanted to put just a little bit more weight in the front because I have to push the stick quite far forward. It's a little more uncomfortable for me while I'm going. I've flown in a while, so it's something I need to make reference of. So we're slowly turning to the north now. If you look to the right, in the back of it, you'll see the airfield. And as we come around this way, I think we're pointing towards Shawville right now.
We're headed to Shawville?
Yeah, well, we won't make it there. But that was kind of the direction we were pointing there. We're continuing to slowly turn to the north. So we're pointing towards Gatineau now, the Elva maybe. How are you doing up there? Elva?
Yeah?
How are you feeling?
Well cooked.
Okay. Well done. Well done. Okay, he's hit turbulence. I can see that because his wings are starting to rock. Okay. There we go. We're sort of trying to keep the wheels on the horizon. But he goes through different air than we do. And it's a short rope. And so it's very easy for us to pop up and down with him, not at the same time. If you have a longer rope, you don't notice it as much.
This is a short rope?
This is a shorter rope compared to the other one.
Okay.
The other one that the 233 is fine. The 233 is our primary trainer because it's a lot easier to fly. It's a lot more stable. And because students aren't as good at maintaining their positions behind the tow plane, a longer rope gives them, well, more rope means they've got more room to correct.
Okay.
We get a lot of air cadets who graduated from the glider program come out, and the air cadets use a longer rope as well. So we keep that rope at a length that they would be more used to. And it's easier to fly on tow. I mean, when you're first learning, yeah, you learn to fly on tow, but you don't necessarily have the full finesse until you get more experience. Elva, if you want to, you can turn up the volume on the variometer. I don't think it's going to tell us anything, but it's going to be a long tow. It gives you something to do. A little something there. No, it's the buttons at the top, right? The right button.
The right button?
Yeah.
Almost without beyond my reach.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. We'll fly without it. It's not a requirement. Once we're off tow, it'll be a little quieter, so I might be able to hear what you've done. So when I Lynda up at one time. The soaring conditions were pretty good. We were able to climb, like we released, I think probably 3,000 feet above the ground, but we also hit a thermal and we were able to climb up to 4,000 feet a couple of times. And as a result, we were able to go fly over Kempville and the golf course and campground and stuff. But not today. But I can tell you what we can do today.
What?
We can fly. And that's not bad.
That's good.
It's very good. We can kind of see the St. Lawrence River straight ahead now. Just the line where the tow plane's wheels are. Just beyond. See that line of river?
Okay.
That's the St. Lawrence. So we got a bit of a haze. So we can sort of see the outline of the Adirondacks, but that's about it. We can't really see too much beyond that. Now at 2,700 feet above the ground. When we get to about 3,000 feet above the ground, that'll be about 3,300 indicated on the altimeter. I'm going to do a release. When I do that, it may make a loud thunk thunk sound. That happens, I'm going to do a climbing turn to the right, and the tow plane will do a descending turn to the left. Any idea why we would do that? We've been friends up till now, but at that point we really want to get away from each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, make some distance. Okay, I've just got to check. There's nobody flying to the right of me. I'm going to do a release. 3, 2, 1. Glad to release. Thanks for the tow. I see him banking off to the left there. So, and now it's quieter. Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm.
Nice and quiet.
Got some air?
Yeah, get some air. Yeah, it's a tad toasty in here. Now my glider, the one that I own is a Labella 201, and that one, the canopy connects in the back, then you pull down and you latch it in the front, or you connect it in the front, and then there's a lever that you latch it down tight. But in flight, I can pull the latch up, but not do the release on it. And I have about a 2 centimeter gap right in the front of the canopy.
Oh, that would be nice.
Oh, let me tell you, the air is cooler up here than it is down there. And when that happens, it feels so nice in the cockpit. It's free air conditioning. Except I had to pay for the tow. But aside from that, if you look to the right of us, Elva, you'll see there's a small town. And that's the town of Kempville. Can you spot the shopping center? The massively big parking lot.
Here.
Yeah.
There's another development over to the right.
Yeah, up ahead and straight, that's the golf course. I think it's called Equinel.
Traffic, Delta Quebec Kilo, right base, runway 08, what's the landing?
So I am adjusting my speed a little bit because sometimes we are flying through a little bit of lift. It's not enough to keep us up, but when I do that, it slows our descent down so we stay up a little longer. Okay, you feel that? That little bit of
Traffic,
gurgling
Delta Quebec Kilo,
is unstable air
runway 08.
that might develop into lift, but I don't think it's going to be very workable. Oh, that looks pretty good. But it's pretty narrow. Okay, well I'm not going to work lift out here because it's kind of too far away from the tug to work on lift that isn't certain. Here we'll get north again.
Traffic, Delta Quebec Kilo, backtracking, runway 08.
Pretty quiet, isn't it?
Yep.
You know, I really like the nice days when we do have lift. It can be a little bit more bumpy, but you know, when that happens, and with my glider, I can fly for hours. And I can go pretty far. So smooth, this is almost anticlimactic, huh?
You prefer it when it's bumpy?
Oh, it's fun. Some people like roller coasters. Some people don't. And that's okay, we're all different.
I didn't realize there was so much algae in the Rito.
Oh yeah, well, you know, when we've had warmer temperatures like that, it grows quite a bit. This is more typical of what I would have expected to see in August though. The airfield. It's to our right at about 2 o'clock. Right now I can see there's a glider on the flight line, and the tow plane is just off to the side. You see the city of Ottawa straight ahead.
Yeah.
It looks closer than it is.
Is that Britannia Bay?
Probably. Being off to the left there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's one of the wider spots.
It is. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely have nothing to do work here. And there's definitely more wind up here.
There's more wind up here.
Yeah. A little bit of wind gradient coming in, but I think it'll be fairly even coming in. Yeah. So I'm looking down at the ground, looking at the windsocks, and we have a bit of a crosswind from the south. I don't want to be too far out while I'm flying my circuit, so. That's town of Carr straight ahead. Well, not straight, but just a little bit to the left.
This one here.
Yeah, yeah. How do you feel? Are you okay with me turning?
Hmm?
Are you okay with me turning?
Sure.
We had a little bit of a thermal there, but it seems to be dying out. Or it's too narrow for you to really work. I've been able to maintain our altitude for the last minute. So it's enough to stop us from going down. If we lose another 300 feet, we have to be going into land now. took Christine up, she was very concerned about any turning and stuff. So we didn't really do any thermaling. But there wasn't anything, so it was very smooth air. We had a good flight. So I did take her up once.
Remember to zero transportation, reach back.
How are you doing, Elva?
I'm surviving.
I'll finish this turn and then I'll start preparing to go in.
Okay.
Okay, straps, wheels down and locks. Airspeed trim is set. Approach speed is a little bit of a bug. Flaps and traffic. Probably gonna go up soon. Okay, I'm gonna check my spoilers, and when I do that, the aircraft will shutter like that. So in order to come in and land, I have to use these things called spoilers. They spoil the lift. What that does is it helps us to come down a little faster.
Okay.
When we get close to the ground, we get into ground effect, and our glide ratio improves so much we could fly down the whole runway and not land. So we use the spoilers to help us come down. We're slowly bleeding energy out of the system as we're coming in to land, and with the intent to be at the right part of the runway at the right time to do a flare and touch down. And ideally, we don't want to have to walk too far, so we don't want to go all the way down the runway. Sensing enough of a change in the speed, I'm going to give a little more speed then. Cars traffic, Larder Uniform Yankee Echo, entering left downwind, landing 08 cars.
From Yankee Echo, we have you in sight. We're just, looks like we might have space to depart. I'll keep you advised.
The next one's ready to go up.
Yeah.
Flight DQK is departing runway 08, glider in tow.
So I'm giving myself a little bit more altitude here, so that they've got a little bit more time. My goodness. Oh, there we go. Okay. me.
You don't want to get it in the swamp.
Well, this would normally be cut shorter, but we've had a problem with our tractor that we normally do the cutting with. It caught fire.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. It doesn't work really well without wires and stuff at the moment. It's getting fixed. And I think I heard that it's going to be fixed tomorrow or something. Okay, I'll help you with all that. If you can unlatch your canopy, then I'm going to be able to help you with everything. Just add a twist, and you can pull it up. That will be good.
That one. Okay, I was thinking.
So now you're going to have trouble, I think, getting out.